Hello students, today we start a new topic in a chapter number 4, specification of a subject professional practice and valuation. So here we discuss about the detailed specification of the various items. So today we discuss about plastering. So here generally we use the plastering material like cement, sand and water. So here first we discuss about the material. So we use the cement as a binding material in a plaster. So cement shall be fresh Portland cement, and as per the IS 269 up to date, or rapid hardening cement, or a blast furnace slag cement, high alumina cement, or are generally used in a plastering work. And the minimum compressive strength as per IS 269 should be 17.5 Newton per mm square. Now second material we use as a fine aggregate, as also called as sand. So the fine aggregate shall conform IS 383 up to date. It shall be clean, sharp, hard and angular grain, and shall pass from the 4.75 mm sieve. So these 4.75 mm sieve passing sand is only used in a plastering work. Now it should be free from dust, dirt, vegetable and organic matter. And generally sea sand is not used in a construction, because in a sea sand salt property is there, and we use only river or a pit sand is used. Now next material we use as a water. So water should be clean and reasonably free from injurious quality like oil, acid, alkali, salt and vegetable matters. And usable this water uh, is look like a pure drinking water. Now second specification, detailed specification for a plasterwork is a preparation of mortar. So the material shall be first mixed dry to have a uniform color and on a clean masonry surface or a platform, and then mix by adding the clean water slowly and gradually by turning at least 3 times. And the fresh mixed mortar shall be used within in a 30 minutes after adding the water. So here first we mix dry mix, and then after adding a water we mix properly. And this mortar is used within in a 30 minute, because after 30 minute cement is starting to get a strength, and prepare a hard cement. Now next third specification for a plasterwork is a preparation of surface. So the surface of wall shall be brushed and clean washed and water with uh, weighted with a water before plastering. So in case of the cement plaster on a cement concrete, the face shall be lightly rough, clean and washed with water. And to ensure uniform thickness of the plaster, patches of a 15 centimeter by 15 centimeter strip at a 1 meter center shall be applied at first, and the gap between the strips shall be immediately filled up with mortar. Now fourth point of the specification is laying. So first mortar shall be dashed and pressed over the surface, and then brought to a true smooth and uniform surface by members of float and trowel. And external plaster shall be started from the top and work down toward floors, and internal plaster started where even the building frame is ready, and center of the roof slab have been removed, and the ceiling plaster shall be completed before starting of the walls plaster. So first we complete the ceiling plaster, and then after we complete wall plaster, and at all the corner and edges should be in a rounded, so no any right angle corner is created, because it's easy to break. So it's compulsory all the corner and edges shall be rounded. Now fifth specification is curing. So the fresh plaster surface shall be protected from rain, sun, frost, etc. And curing shall be started as soon as the plaster has hardened sufficiently and not to be damaged when water. and the plaster shall be kept wet for at least 10 days. And here any defective plaster shall be cut in a rectangular shape and replace it with a new one. Now sixth one is a measurement. So as we discussed in the last chapter, so plaster is measured in a meter square, and thickness of the plaster is not count in a measurement. And plaster of all the roof, ceiling, wall, etc. shall be measured under separate item, because in a roof or ceiling plaster uh, scaffolding is required, so here extra amount is required for the complete the work. So the measurement of the plaster shall be taken for the dimension before plaster of length, and from top to floor, or skirting to the ceiling for a height, and external plaster to a height greater than 10 meter above average ground level shall be measured separate in a stages of the 3 meter, and plastering band 30 centimeter or below shall be measured as a running meter. So here like a strip plastering work, so here strip always count in a running meter. Now second detailed specification for damp proof course DPC of a 2.5 centimeter, and cement concrete ratio is a 1:1.5:3. So here also material we use as a first is a damp proof course shall be consist of a cement coarse aggregate, and coarse sand and a stone aggregate of a ratio of 1:1.5:3 proportion, with a 2% of uh, proof by weight of cement or other standard waterproofing compound. Now here 2% waterproofing, different type of the chemical is also used in a DPC. So first we discuss about the cement. So cement shall be fresh Portland cement, and coarse aggregate shall be clean, hard, and dense stone chip 12 mm is generally used in a DPC, and sand should be clean, sharp, and coarse aggregate of average of 5 mm in a size, and free from dust, dirt, and screen before using. Now next is the mixing. So here coarse aggregate and sand shall be measured by volume with a gauge box, and cement by bag having a weight of the 50 kg or 0.035 cubic meter volume. And mixing shall be done on a clean masonry platform, or in a iron sheet, or in a iron tray, and in a proportion of the 1:1.5:3. And the cement is first mixed through with a waterproofing compound to the required quantity, and then mix with a sand in a proportion of the 1:1.5, and the mix of the cement sand then mix with a dry stone aggregate of a proportion of the 1:1.5:3. Now clean water shall be added slowly and gradually while being mixed with these three material, and the mixer shall be turned over 3 times to give a uniform and a homogeneous color. Now third specification is a preparation of the base. So here the top of the wall on which DPC is to be laid shall be constructed which brick on edges, or which frog of bricks down. So the top of the plinth bed over which DPC to be placed shall be thoroughly cleaned with a steel brush, or washed with water before laying the concrete of the course before laying of the course of concrete. Now side form or a shuttering of a strong wooden batten of a 2.5 centimeter thick shall be fixed properly and firm on a both the side to confine the concrete, and the inner edges of the shutter shall be oiled with oil properly to prevent the concrete adhering to it. And next is the fourth specification for a DPC is a laying. So the damp proof course shall be applied at a plinth level in a horizontal layer of the 2.5 centimeter thick, and the concrete shall be laid within half an hour of a mixing and compacted thoroughly by tamping to make a dense concrete and level both longitudinally and transversely. And the DPC shall be laid in a continuation in a 1 day without any joint, and shuttering shall be removed after 3 days. So here DPC thickness is less, only 2.5 centimeter thick DPC is constructed. Now next is specification is a curing. So the damp proof coat shall be cured by water for 7 days, and the construction of the wall above may be started after the 7 days. Now painting with asphalt is a sixth specification. So 2 coat of asphalt painting shall be applied on the upper surface of the DPC, and the first coat of a hot asphalt of a 1.5 kg per square meter shall be applied uniformly on the surface when the concrete is dry, and painted surface is blinded immediately with a coarse sand, and the surface is tamped tightly. And the second coat of the hot asphalt of a 1 kg per meter square should be applied uniformly on the surface immediately. uh, Now next is a 2 centimeter DPC. So the DPC may be 2 centimeter thick layer of a 1:2 cement and a coarse sand mortar with waterproofing compound at a rate of the 1 kg per bag of the cement. Now next topic we start is a whitewashing. So here in a whitewashing, scaffolding is compulsory required. So here scaffolding specification is that where the scaffolding is necessary, it shall be erected on a double support tied together by a horizontal piece over which scaffold planks shall be fixed, and no bellies, bamboo or planks shall be raised on or a touch on the surface where whitewashing is done, or for which whitewashing or sealing proper stage of the scaffolding shall be erected. Now second specification for the whitewashing is preparation of the surface. So in the case of the new work, the surface shall be thoroughly brushed and cleaned with dust and dirt, and in case of the old work, all the loose piece and scales shall be scraped off, and a hole in the plaster and patches shall be filled with a mortar or the another material. And third specification for the whitewashing is a preparation of lime wash. So the wash shall be prepared from the fresh stone with lime, and the lime shall be thoroughly slack on the spot mix, and stirred with a sufficient quantity of water to make a thin cream, and approximate quantity of water required for making a cream is a 5 liter of water to 1 kg of lime. Then after fourth specification of whitewashing is the application. So here the wash shall be applied with jute brush, and vertically and horizontally alternative, and the wash kept stirred in the container while using. The 2 or 3 coats shall be applied as specified, and each coat shall be perfectly dry before succeeding coat is applied over it. After finishing, the surface shall be uniform color, and the whitewash should not splash on the floor and other surfaces. The whitewashing of ceiling shall be done prior to that on a wall. Now uh, fifth one is a protective measure. So here door, window, floor, furniture, etc. shall be protected from being splashed upon splashing and dropping. If any shall be removed and the surface clean, and payment for such cleaning shall be made separately. Now sixth one is specification for the whitewashing is a measurement. So white was measured in a meter square, and deduction shall be measured as per the IS 1200, and the rate includes scaffolding, preparation of the surface, protective measure, etc. included in a measurement. Now next topic we start is a paint to new wooden work. So here we discuss about the paint. So the brand of the paint shall be specified, and ready-made paint of required colors should be used, and the pure turpentine shall be used as a thinning agent. And second is the preparation of the surface. So the surface shall be made perfectly smooth by rubbing with a sandpaper of a different grade. So first with a coarse one, and successive with a fine sandpaper. So here different type of the sandpaper is available. So all the holes and cracks and open joints should be filled with a strong putty, or with a mixture of the glue and a plaster of Paris, and smooth and rubbing by the sandpaper. Now third is the application. So the prime coating shall be first applied, and all the cracks, holes, etc., and shall be filled with a putty, or with glue and plaster of Paris, and smoothened by the rubbing of sandpaper. So number of coats shall be specified in new work, one prime coating, and the second coat of the paint shall be applied. Now next is the measurement. So paint of door and windows shall be measured closed and flat, not girth in a square meter, and shall be include chocolate edges, plates, etc. And different types of the door and windows shall be grouped under one item, and the area of uneven surface shall be converted into equivalent paint area by multiplying the flat measured area by a suitable multiplying factor. Now next important is point is the painting of steel and iron work. So all the rust, scale, dirt, oil, grease, etc. shall be removed by rubbing the sandpaper before painting, and special care shall be taken for a cleaning of corners, and all structural steelwork shall be painted with a red lead before erection, except the surface on which will be contact with concrete. So here where there are likelihood of a corrosion from a sea atmosphere, a coat of raw linseed oil shall be applied on the surface immediately after cleaning, and before first coat of a red lead is applied, and 2 to 3 coat of approved ready-made paint shall be applied at right angle to each other after erection of structural member, and each coat shall be allowed to dry up perfectly before the succeeding coat is laid over it, and painting shall be carried out during the dry weather. Now here we complete today's lecture, and in the next lecture we take another material for the detailed specification, or another structural part for the detailed specification. Thank you.